Congratulations, you finally made it to 4 p.m. You know what that means. Happy hour. It's time to kick back, relax, and dive into the world of sports with the Young and Norvelle Show. Whether you're catching up on the latest scores, analyzing the big plays, or gearing up for tonight's games, we've got you covered. So grab a cold one, settle in, and let's talk sports. Here they are, Patric Young and Terry Norvelle.
Say one thing, when you see that logo late afternoon, you know it is time to get out of work and go find a happy hour. On Tuesdays, we hope your happy hour is in the Mandarin area where we are at. I'm Terry Norvelle. Glad you're with us here on the Young and Norvelle Show. Coming to you from Hurricanes-Julington Creek. Place starting to fill up. The happy hour group. Everybody knocking off work. Man, it's hot out there. Get out of work, particularly if you're an outside worker. Get out, get in here. Cold air conditioning, cold drinks, great menu. I'll go through the menu as we rock and roll today on a Tuesday. Our Taco Tuesday location. We've been here now about 3 or 4 times, and we really enjoy it. Hurricanes-Julington Creek in the heart of Mandarin. Come by and say hello today or sometime. A lot to get to today on the program. We hope to hear from Patric Young. Patric obviously is making his second trip to Gainesville in as many days. If you have not heard or you have not read our show rundown that I sent out not long ago, Patric heading back to Gainesville. He will speak to the entire Florida Gator football team tonight. He has been asked to come over and give a speech to the Florida Gator football program, and he will do a bang-up job. I've heard Patric speak a bunch, and he speaks from the heart. He speaks with passion, and he speaks with first-person experience. It'll be a great speech. With that said, if he's going to join us or if he's making his way to Gainesville, I think he speaks at 7:30-ish tonight, probably after practice and after the meal with the team. If he is driving in, I thought we would help my man, Patric Young. If you've got a question, comment, thought, what do you think Patric should say to the Gator football team? Keep it fun, keep it light, keep it friendly, okay? But we should have some fun with that. If you want to jump on board, we would love to try and follow your comments, questions, thoughts on the chat. Send us a chat text, and we'll try to get to those as we go today. What should Patric Young give us some topics? What do you think he should say to the third iteration of Billy Napier's Florida Gator football team as we are, by the way, 11, the numbers you need to know, 11-18, 11 days before the start of college football season for real. Florida State, Georgia Tech do the honors at high noon, 11 days from today. And really, the entire college football world in 18 days will kick it off on Saturday, August 31st, including those Florida Gators and the Miami Hurricanes. Hey, some Jaguar news right out of the top of the show. Good news, expected news a little bit, I think. Eric Armstead, the big defensive lineman, the free agent that came over to the Jaguars, has been, as I understand it, removed from the PUP list, the physically unable to perform list. This was kind of expected, and Armstead is a guy like probably, if you really break down the NFL, every roster, every person on every roster, really active roster, Armstead's probably like 80% of the NFL rosters out there. He doesn't need training camp. I mean, Eric Armstead, 30-something years old, has played 10 years in NFL, Power 5 football. He was a star in high school. I'm really souring on all these training camp weeks and watching guys year after year after year just get beat up and battered and bruised and injured and missing seasons. It's nuts. As a matter of fact, I have compiled some numbers, and I think I did this right. We use the Jacksonville Jaguars as the test case here, and it's pretty much correct because most teams, unless you played the Hall of Fame game and you started a week earlier, most teams are right within a day or two of these numbers. But how about this? The number, I think, if I did this right, you guys can help me. The number is 47. 47 days. If I did this right. The Jacksonville Jaguars, to use them as the case study, they had their first training camp workout on the field, 8:45 on the field, July 24th. The Jacksonville Jaguars will play their first regular season real game on Sunday, September 8th. If I did the math right, 47 days. And think about it. The NFL, unlike college football, the NFL takes about 10 days off. Well, they're still practicing, but they'll play their 3 preseason games. They will end. The college guys will kick off that entire Labor Day extended weekend, and then the NFL will start that Thursday through Sunday. 47 days. Do you need that long? And that's a bunch of days on the field. That's a bunch of days on the field in practice and pre-practice, and you haven't played a game yet. I just wonder. I mean, it made a point to knock those numbers down. So, 8 days in July. Here's the Jaguars. They started on the 24th of July. 8 days in July, the entire month of August, 31 days, and then 8 more days to get to Sunday, September 8th. You add that up to 47 days. I think we are closing in on the owners and the smart people that run the NFL and the smart people that even run Power 5 football. I think we're closing in on. I know they're about to knock one preseason game out in the NFL. I'm not so sure they don't knock another one out or even need. Think about the players, the majority of the players. And you'll hear a lot of coaches say, well, we got to have full contact. We got to learn how to tackle. We got to wrap up. Dude, really? The majority of the players wearing NFL football helmets right now that are going to make the rosters, they've been playing football for 1,000 years. They've tackled 1,000 times. They've been tackled 1,000 times. They've blocked 1,000 times. They've passed. They've caught. They've run. They've kicked. They've punted. They've received 1 billion times. I just think it's just a red light bulb going, man, this is nuts. This is nuts. These guys are year-round professional athletes. Even the college guys, the big-time Power 5 guys, are year-round big-time athletes. I don't know. I think it's nuts. Now, does it really matter if you blow your knee out? Because it's going to happen. Physical activity lends itself to injuries. It's going to happen. Does it really matter if you blow your knee out day 10 of preseason practice or regular season game 2? Maybe not. But if I've got to have either one, I would rather my guy get hurt in a real game than running around on the practice field and doing Lord knows what. I don't know if you've been to a NFL or a big-time college practice in a long time. Sometimes when you go out there, the things they do are funny. And there are times I think the exercises that the coaches and the position coaches are putting these guys through, I think sometimes they're doing it because they don't know what else to do. They're doing stuff like tackling dummies on the ground, and you jump over, and this guy jumps over, and you get out. Dude, hello 1955. Hello buzz cut coach with spot-built black coaching shoes on and bike shorts. And I don't know. Maybe I'm way. I think it is nuts the way year after year more and more players in practice preseason are getting blown out and missing a bunch or most of or all of the football season. Anyway, there you have it. Armstead on the off the PUP list. Good news for the Jacksonville Jaguars. By the way, a thing breaking I didn't see until not long ago. J.J. McCarthy, the quarterback for the Vikings now, coming by way of Michigan. He's a guy I'm not high on. I'm not sure he looks the part of an NFL quarterback. Had a good first game. Word is now he's out for an extended period of time, meniscus tear, having surgery or recently had surgery. So, again, another player out. Just wanted to make sure we got that out there for you. A lot of stuff to cover today. Again, what should Patric Young, who is on his way to Gainesville, what do you think he should talk to the Gator football team? He's talking to the Gator football team today, this evening, a motivational speech. I know he's honored. He's excited. He's told me that much. To talk to the entire football team. The coaching staff will be there. I would imagine all the support staff. will be there. I think he said 7:30 somewhere. I'm assuming after the team finishes practice, finishes maybe film, finishes their dinner. But a little fun here if you want to help us out with the chat line. Things he should say. What do you think he should bring up if you were Patric Young? If you were trying to say, Patric, talk to the Gators and tell them to do this or don't do that. Billy Napier, tell him to do this, don't do that. Feel free. I'll try and follow on the chat line. Major League Baseball news and notes. I want to get to a lot of stuff, including, goodness gracious, what an probably the ugliest Major League Baseball loss of the season happened last night involving the New York Yankees. Did you see what the terrible Chicago White Sox did to the Yankees? By the way, the Yankees, they're fighting for their division winning lives. They're going to make the playoffs. They're going to get in as a wild card at least. But, boy, it's a better path. It's an easier path if you win your division. The Yankees got beat by the White Sox. Yes, those White Sox, 12-2 yesterday. Oh, and as tight as the race with the Orioles is, the Yankees can't give away games like that. They cannot give away games like that. They've got 2 more with the White Sox. And I think I've got this right. I think that was the first White Sox game under their new manager because they blew everybody out. They blew Grille out. They blew a bunch of people in the front office out, a bunch of other coaches. Just a tough loss for the Yankees as they've been in the best race in Major League Baseball has been the AL East. The Yankees and Orioles, they've been going at it. I bet you they've been locked with the same record 45 days during the season. Fun race, really good race, and it's got a lot of dynamics to it. The Yankees are the Yankees. The Yankees are, yes, those Yankees. And this upstart Baltimore Oriole team with a bunch of young superstars in the making. And everybody that followed baseball started seeing this about 2 years ago. They said, look out, the Orioles, they're loading up. They're loading up with young talent. Well, you've got the Yankees, and now they're butting heads with this upstart team, the Orioles. And it's fun. It's been really, really fun. But, boy, what a that's one you look back. And again, the Yankees have 2 more games with the White Sox here in this series, and I think they're done. But, man, if you look back, and if they would have dropped this series, if you look back and the Yankees don't win the AL East by a half a game or so, boy, these are games you almost have to win as you're trying to match. Also, I looked at the schedules between the Yankees and the Orioles earlier today, and it looks like, I think I saw this right here in the second half, the rest of the season, the regular season, the Yankees and the Orioles, who are basically locked up, I think the Yankees are now a half game behind the Orioles. They're basically tied. If I saw the schedule right, they only play each other 3 more times. They played like 10 times already. They only play 3 more times, which what that means is that AL East division is going to get decided by what the Yankees and the Orioles do against everybody else. They only play 3 more times each other. Interesting. We'll get to some more baseball stuff, a lot to talk about. We did not get to this Paul Skeens situation Saturday, this past Saturday when, man, this fly is driving me nuts. Anyway, I'll see if I can get it. Paul Skeens, we previewed it on Friday, and then yesterday, obviously, we were in Gainesville, had a very fun kind of loose show. I didn't get to it. I want to get to the Paul Skeens, what he did Saturday. The first regular season matchup this past Saturday, the Pirates were in L.A. Skeens went up against Ohtani. I want to get to that as we go. Another baseball note we'll expound on a little bit later in the show. What a weird situation is going on and potentially can happen. I mean, there's a real chance this could happen in the National League. The National League West could actually have 4 playoff teams come out of their division. Only 5 in that division. I don't know if you've looked at the schedule and the standings, but the Dodgers are leading that division, and they've been leading that division. There's a chance, and right now, if the season ended, 3 of the playoff teams of the 6 would come out of the NL West. There's a chance San Francisco right now is 2.5 back of the final wild card. You realize they could get – it's not out of the realm of possibility because these teams have had good seasons. The Dodgers have rolled all year, basically. Had some injuries here and there. They're the Dodgers. They've got a 6 or 7 game lead. They've had it all year. Dodgers, NL West. Arizona has a playoff spot right now if the season ended, a wild card spot. Same division. San Diego, the season ended right now. They have a playoff spot. Same division. San Francisco, the Giants, 2.5 out. They've been around that third spot for a long time. It's not out of the realm of possibility that they could jump in there. 4 of the 6 playoff teams in the NL. The other 2 would only be the 2 division winners, the Central and the East. Wow. Crazy. I was going to get to that later, but I just wanted to get that out. We'll talk about some Braves as we go as well. Got some this Dayton sports history I want to get to, and I'm going to save one. If you remember last week's show, and if you remember the setup here at Hurricanes-Julington Creek, we are followed on Tuesdays here by Patric, the trivia guy. Not our Patric Young, but Patric, the trivia guy. He comes up. Well, we think if we can time it out when he gets here, we're going to try and get him on the final segment to throw us some trivia. He threw me and Patric. I think we got Patric coming up here. Is that you, Patric? I think I hear you.
In the background.
Who is Emily King?
No idea.
Okay, singer?
I don't know who she is. Singer,
Motivational
I guess,
speaker? Yeah. Motivational speaker, maybe?
No. I have no idea who she is. She could be.
So, Patric, you may not be around, but, Patric, the trivia guy, remember we had fun with him last Tuesday from here at Hurricanes-Julington Creek?
Yep.
I've got one for him if he shows up and he wants to do it, because they're talking trash to us, Patric. He was posting trash about us.
Well, you probably, caused it.
Well, I mean, I'm sorry, I'm smart.
You're a pot stirrer, that's for sure.
Yes, I am. Pretty much I am.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I'm not surprised.
Patric, I'm the guy that'll stir the pot and then take off and leave.
Yes.
Stir it up and
yes.
go. Stir it up and go.
Make a person feel like they have unfinished business with you and they can't find you, and they take their frustration out on their dog because of you.
No, don't do that. Don't do that.
They will take their frustration out on their dog because of you.
So, Patric, on the show rundown today, I'm trying to help you out. Our show's trying to help you out. We're taking solicitations. You're heading down to Gainesville, and
we're about 20 minutes out.
Okay, so you're heading down to Gainesville. You are scheduled to speak around 7:30. I guess right after dinner, maybe to the football
something like
game.
that. Yeah, hopefully get a chance to sit down with Coach Napier and
that'd be great.
Talk to him a bit, because I've never gotten to talk to him one-on-one or just face-to-face.
Wow, so if you get Napier today, you'll have Spurrier yesterday and Napier today. That's big.
Yeah, maybe some Brandon Spikes in there as well.
That'd be nice. So anyway, Patric, we're trying to help you out a little bit if you need some help. I don't know if you do, but anybody out there watching the show, if you have a thought, question, comment, what do you think Patric should say to the Gator football team? If you've got an idea, feel free to chat it up, and Patric will at least let you know what they're thinking. Maybe they'll say, hey, Napier, can you count to 11 yet? Hey, Napier, do you think, right, stuff like that. Hey, Napier, can you get your field goal team on the field? Stuff like that. Ooh.
Yeah,
Ooh.
I don't think that's not a talk to the team. That's to Coach Napier, and I'm not going to do that.
Yeah, that's a one-on-one, right? With the Hey,
and still that'd be between him and his staff and Scott Strickland. That's not a Patric Young thing.
Yeah. I hope we've got you for a couple of seconds, but Patric, if we a couple segments maybe, depending on your schedule. But reiterate, how fun was that yesterday? We did our on-location show in Gainesville, thanks to Florida Power Equipment. Man, that was a fun dinner, and we went off the air, and the fun was just beginning. It was a good night, wasn't it?
Man, it was hectic in there, wasn't it?
Fun.
You got Jeff Cardoza screaming on the microphone in there. Goodness gracious, I love Spurriers. They got to fix that audio, man. Goodness, they got the music up so loud sometimes you can't hear the person across from you. But
when
it was a great atmosphere. It was a great atmosphere.
When the guys got on the microphone, Jeff Cardoza Spurrier. The food was great. But yes, I think they could hear us from Spurrier's in the stadium.
I think so as well. Yeah.
Hey, the food was wonderful. We had
someone needs to tell Jeff, hey, you have a microphone. You don't need to yell.
Yeah. He knows that. But we had a good time, didn't we? On our show yesterday, right outside Spurrier's, we were live. And, again, want to thank Florida Power Equipment for helping us get over there. We had Coach Spurrier on. We had Sean Kelly, the voice of the Gators, on.
Oh, yeah.
We had a lovely lady that's the executive director of the Ronald McDonald Charities that were the beneficiary, Sherry Houston. It was just a lot of fun. Dave Farmer from Florida Power Equipment was on. And then, Patrick, the food was unbelievable. The food inside Spurrier's, it's top shelf. It really is. And that might have been the best buffet I've ever gone through.
Yeah, I think so, without a doubt.
With the choices.
Those were all. The only dish I didn't like. I just didn't like the chicken.
Okay.
But everything else, the short rib, the shrimp and grits, the pasta, the salmon, the mac and cheese was good.
Really
the broccoli was good, Terry. The broccoli was good.
And I'm a green guy. I like green stuff. Hey, getting back to the short ribs, I was in line. There was a lady in front of me, and she was kind of cutting one in half. I guess she didn't want a whole one. And I said, excuse me, ma'am, are those boneless? And she said, yes. And I went, oh, no, they're boneless. Yeah, baby. Don't you love the boneless ones? It's game on then, man.
Oh, yeah, for sure. But it is cool. It is cool when they cook them right with the bones and it just comes right off.
I agree. Totally agree.
Yep.
Totally agree. Yeah, you're in a bad spot there. I'll tell you what. Let's take a break. Let's take our first break here, Patrick. We'll let y'all roll a little bit closer and get in a little better spot. And hopefully we'll keep you for another segment at least. And all stuff to cover. We got some sports history, some Olympic news and notes. I've got the new Olympic sports that'll come up in 2028 already. You'll be interested to know what is coming back to the Olympics and what is going away from the Summer Olympics coming up in 2028. That and a whole lot more. There's a shot of downtown Jax, Vegas. Hope you're staying cool. It is still summertime out there. One down, a long way to go. We're live at the Julington Creek location of Hurricanes. Grille and the Wings. Come by, say hi if you're in the deep Mandarin area. If not, make sure you get by soon. Great football watching location as well. Back after this quick timeout.
At Southeast Orthopedic Specialists, we know pain and injuries can stop you from doing what you love. This is why our board-certified orthopedic specialists offer the latest in both non-surgical and surgical treatment options and create a treatment plan tailored to your unique lifestyle and goals. So, whether it is a sports injury or that nagging pain that's keeping you from doing what you love, our team has the right treatment for you. For more information or to schedule an appointment online, visit our website.
Finally, a family atmosphere, kid-friendly restaurant with a real sports bar feel. Bricks Jax Beach features all that and a large, climate-controlled covered patio with misting fans and heaters for all seasons. Mix in an extremely diverse menu that features the most quality and affordable steak at the beach, and there's no reason not to enjoy your next lunch, dinner, happy hour, or big sporting event at Bricks Jax Beach, 300 2nd Street North in Jacksonville Beach. See you at Bricks Jax Beach.
You really got to hand it to him. Hold on.
The previous play is under further review.
I'm not sure what he could review, but okay. Sure has been a while. Dine in at Hurricane Grill and Wings for the football season. Well, there he is. Oh, what is that?
The Action Sports Jax 24/7 network is streaming. I'm Stuart Weber, and I'm here to teach you a nice 3-step process on how you can watch all your favorite programming from the Brent and Austin Show every weekday 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. or the Cup Date with me. It's fantastic. We talk NASCAR. It's a great time. Wednesdays at 1 o'clock. All right, first step, easy. Download the Action News Jax app. You probably already have it downloaded on your phone, so you might already have that one taken care of. Step 2, see that stack of pancakes up there? You click that stack of pancakes, and it's going to bring down step number 3, which is a full screen of all the different streams that you can click on, including the Action Sports Jax 24/7 stream. You click that, the video's rocking and rolling on your mobile device. You're watching all the shows you want to, and you're having a good time. You can also do it on your smart TV with the Action News Jax Now app. I do it on my Samsung TV at home. It's a great way to watch it on a nice, large screen for all the content. That's the Action Sports Jax 24/7 network. Hope you can find it.
You trust CGC to make your water great, and now you can trust CGC with your plumbing needs as well. Fast, convenient scheduling, licensed and insured. A quick call away at 904-552-1242.
You never know when you're going to have an issue with a shower, toilet, or maybe it's a sink that sometimes is easy to fix. All right, let's be honest. I'm not fixing anything. I'm totally staging this because when I have a plumbing problem, I call CGC Water Treatment and Plumbing.
Trained professionals, transparent pricing, customer satisfaction. Small problem or even a bigger issue. Maybe you need a new tankless water heater or something a bit more intricate. The experts with 25 years of experience at CGC Water Treatment and Plumbing can do it all. Call 904-552-1242 or visit cgcwater.com. That's 904-552-1242 or cgcwater.com. CGC Water Treatment and Plumbing, an authorized independent Connecticut dealer. Florida license number CFC 1432579.
There you go. That's where it's happening at when they're not over in the stadium, getting things done on that practice field out there, the football complex. Miller Electric steps up and does a great job where they've been a good local community business here for a long, long time, and they are well respected throughout the country, and they're proud of their local football team, the Jacksonville Jaguars. Hi, Mike. Young and Norvelle sitting here at Hurricanes-Julington Creek down in the heart of Mandarin. Hope you can come by and visit sometime when we're here. Happy hour 4 to 6 every single Tuesday. We are right here. We're getting to know the whole group here and working our way through this menu. And, of course, they've got wings in the name. Hurricanes-Julington Creek, Hurricanes, Grille, and Wings. But I always tell people don't sleep on the tacos. I love the tacos they serve here as well. Good burgers, good atmosphere, and if you're looking for a place in this Mandarin-Julington Creek area to kind of call your home base, watching ball, watching football, you can't go wrong right here. Josh Perry, his wife, they do a super job. They kind of get it. You know, it helps when the owners of establishments get it, and a lot of them don't. They understand, and they understand when it's time, the events, the games, when you might want to go big time with a tent outside. Kind of, Patrick, sometimes people just don't get it. These folks here, they get it. You got to get it, Patrick. Got to get it. Got to understand things in life. Oh, freeze up a little bit. What's up? Oh, shake it up. Shake it up a little bit, Patrick. Shake it up. Shake it up. We see you. We don't hear you. We see you. Bad area. You must be in the right on 24 near the airport, I guess. You're near the Gainesville airport probably and having bad reception. Is that right? Yeah? Okay. He's nodding. I see you. I see you nodding. Well, jump in when you can, Patrick. We've got some sports history, Patrick. I have 2 things for sports history, this day in sports history, but I'm holding one because I'm going to throw our boy Patrick, the trivia guy, I'm going to throw him the other one. So I'm going to hold one. But get on to this. You ready for this one, Patrick? This date in sports history, and I only got one today. I only have one. Hard to believe this could happen. Numerical situation. This date in sports history, 1910. So we're going back a ways. 1910. You had a Major League Baseball game between Brooklyn and Pittsburgh. That tells you how old it is. Brooklyn and Pittsburgh, 1910. It was considered the only basically perfect symmetrical game in baseball history. Here's how this game played out. And nobody won the game. it was a tie. I'm assuming in 1910 they probably played, and it got dark, and they didn't have lights yet. We'll catch up with Josh here in a little bit. But Patrick, they say this was the first and only symmetrical baseball game played. 1910, it was a tie. Get on to this, Patrick. 8-8 was the final tie score. Both teams had 8 runs. Both teams had 13 hits. Both teams committed 2 errors. Both teams had 12 assists, meaning getting outs and throwing guys out at first base, catching. Both teams struck out 5 times. Both teams drew 3 walks. Both teams had 1 hit batter. And both teams had 1 passed ball. Perfect symmetrical game. Patrick, how does that happen? How does that happen? Oh, no audio yet, Pat. No audio yet again. No audio yet. I don't know what happens during those commercial breaks, but no audio. Anyway, jump back in. That's an anomaly. That's a very big anomaly there. That many symmetrical numbers, and nobody won. 8-8. I'm assuming it got dark on these guys. Now, I've got a trivia question that happened this State Sports. I'm holding for our guy. I hope he shows up, Patrick, our trivia guy who comes up after us. And I hope he's got some questions. That was a lot of fun the other day. I hope to visit with Josh Perry here, the owner, real quick. I want to see how the weekend went as they had their first real, I guess, experiment with a Jaguar game. Josh and his lovely wife, Callie, they took over ownership of this establishment, Hurricanes-Julington Creek, in August. So NFL was over. They haven't had an experience with the Jags. So I want to see how that went. I'm sure it went well, and what they may be changing and keeping the same, things like that. Wanted to go back real quick though. Make sure we pay our respects to the folks over in Gainesville that let us go over there and experience Coach Spurrier, Spurrier's Gridiron Grille. Their 3rd year anniversary coincided with a charity that they helped raise a lot of money for last night, the Ronald McDonald House Charities of North Central Florida. Had a big time. I hope you caught the show. If you didn't, you should be able to catch the archive. We had Coach Spurrier on live yesterday. We had Sean Kelly, the voice of the Gators, on live yesterday, and a couple of other dignitaries. In our 2 hours, it flew by. Had a lot of fun. Visited with a lot of people. We had Pat Dooley, who is as good a Gator expert as there is, the longtime writer for Gator football, beat writer for the Gainesville Sun. Pat sat down for a long time, ran into a bunch of people we didn't get on the air. Jeff Cardozo, Jeff from mainly Gator baseball, as he works with Sean Kelly on Gator baseball. Shane Matthews was there, had a good visit with Shane. Again, ran into him after we were off the air. A bunch of media people, like I said. Pat Dooley was there paying his respects. Chris Harry, from Gators.com. Mike Bianchi. We ran into Bianchi just as we were going off the air, so didn't get a chance to get these guys on the air. But had a big fun time, and 3 years. Hard to believe it's gone by that quickly. Many people from Jacksonville I know have been over there. A lot of people are still trying to go. It's right on 75. One of the neat things about Spurrier's Gridiron Grille, a couple things. 2-story building, big, like 9,000 square feet. More of a sit-down restaurant in the bottom. Coach is also, it's constructed where the bottom has basically a museum. I mean, all of Coach Spurrier's artifacts, everything, just about, and he's kept everything over the years. But it's a sit-down restaurant, bar, walk-in, bottom floor with a museum. And if you're a Gator fan, if you're a college football fan, if you're just a sports historian, you'll spend a good hour just kind of looking around at everything that Coach saved, that he's accumulated, that he has won, that he has been bestowed upon. His authentic Heisman Trophy is there. The zip-up square-toe shoe that he kicked the famous field goal to beat Auburn 30-27, even though he wasn't the official field goal kicker at Florida. He talks to Coach during the timeout and says, "Hey, Coach, I can make it from 40. Our normal guy, his range is just about 40. Spurrier runs on the field, regionally televised game. puts his square-toe kicking shoe, which, by the way, is in the museum, the actual shoe, his helmet from Florida, his jerseys from Florida, all the rings he's won, all the awards he's won are there. There are a lot of other things in the museum area that are from other players and other coaches. There are some really heartfelt letters that were sent back and forth that are on display. It's really something. Where I was going with this, though, I talked to some people yesterday that had never been to Spurrier's, and as we're here now about to open up this year's college football season, the restaurant now is 3 years old. Coach Spurrier is still so involved in media. I mean, Coach pops up on national shows, Paul Feinbaum, ESPN, college football, game day, and things like that. So he's got to promote this restaurant so much over the last 3 years. And with that, particularly not so much the non-conference, but the conference opponents that are coming into Gainesville, those fan bases are hearing about this restaurant and have heard about it for 3 years when he pops up on Paul Feinbaum and all these national shows and regional shows. Well, if you go to Spurrier's on a Friday night before a big SEC game, and 3 years of testing now, there's a good chance there will be many, many, many more fans of the visiting team that's going to play Florida the next day in the swamp than Gator fans, because those Alabama fans have heard about this and they want to go, oh, man, I'm not in Gainesville very often. They flock. Those Tennessee fans, they flock. The LSU fans. It's a neat dynamic, and it speaks to Coach Spurrier and his draw. Love him or hate him. He's now got the grandfatherly, which happens a lot of times in retirement. He's got the grandfatherly kind of aura about him. And it's just neat, though, to see a guy that has accomplished what he has. I mean, you're talking about a guy that just down the street from where we were at, just down the street, there's a huge stadium with his name on it. Just outside the stadium, there's a statue of him. Just down the road is a massive restaurant with his name on it. And the guy's in that restaurant, not just his name, he's in there. I mean, he is in there, a hands-on owner, proprietor. It's just kind of neat. I mean, and Coach is, very, 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 very spry. He's still active and he's sharp as a tick, but I mean, Coach is 78, 79 years old. And I mean, he was going last night and shaking hands and selfies or actually fist bumps. He's more of a fist bump guy. So get over there. It's right off 75. The new area in Gainesville is called Celebration Point. That's kind of their new town center, if you will. They kind of on the other side of 75. I want to say it's called Butler Plaza. That was developed probably in the late 80s, early 90s, and it's still open and active, but it's older, much older. So this new, I mean, they've got Spurrier's as one of the anchor locations in the new area. Bass Pro Shop, which I don't even think I'm not an outdoorsman much at all, but I don't even think there's a Bass Pro Shop in Jackson or Duval County. That's a big draw. It's just a wonderful area. Is Celebration Point. So if you're going over this year for a Gator game and you haven't been, you need to treat yourself and get by. Hey, let's take a quick break here. We're going to try and get Josh Perry on a little bit, catch up with what's going on here at this wonderful establishment, Hurricanes-Julington Creek. Also, want to get to the Olympics. I know they're over, but there's some fallout now, and just kind of a little review of the Olympics. And I had been mentioning with Patric, we've talked for a couple of weeks, and I mean this, I'm not Debbie Downer here, but I got asking myself a question. We brought it on the show as a talking point. Why would you want, in modern day, why would you want to host the Olympics? And I mean that seriously. I'll reiterate that, and we'll go over some numbers. There's some numerical cash numbers that back this up. Also, I have found out 7 or 8 new sports. They've already determined which new sports will be in the Olympics that we're not in this year, and 1 or 2 that are going to get kicked out. One of them may may make you chuckle. That and a whole lot more. There's a look at an angry gator outside Ben Hill Griffin Stadium, I do believe. Let's take a break here. We are live at Hurricanes-Julington Creek. Come by, say hi if you're on your way home in the Mandarin area.
For those dealing with pain from a sports injury, arthritis, or spine condition, Southeast Orthopedic Specialists offers innovative new non-surgical options. Our regenerative medicine treatments, including platelet-rich plasma and other regenerative treatments, use your body's own restorative cells to aid in treating injuries. These procedures are performed in our offices and typically require minimal downtime. If you want to get back to doing what you love, our regenerative treatment options may be right for you. For more information or to schedule an appointment online, visit our website.
Finally, a family atmosphere, kid-friendly restaurant with a real sports bar feel. Rick's Jax Beach features all that and a large, climate-controlled covered patio with misting fans and heaters for all seasons. Mix in an extremely diverse menu that features the most quality and affordable steak at the beach, and there's no reason not to enjoy your next lunch, dinner, happy hour, or big sporting event at Rick's Jax Beach, 300 2nd Street North in Jacksonville Beach. See you at Rick's Jax Beach.
You really got to hand it to him. Hold on.
The previous play is under further review.
I'm not sure what he could review, but okay. Sure has been a while. Dine in at Hurricane Grill and Wings for the football season. Well, there he is. Oh, what is that?
Hey everyone, Olivia Tasley here from Action Sports Jax to tell you all the different ways you can watch our new 24/7 network. 3 easy steps. You don't even need a pen and paper to write it down. Step number 1, download the app. Search Action News Jax in your app store either on your phone or your smart TV. Then, once you're on the app, click on that little drop-down menu in the upper left-hand corner with the 3 little lines. That'll show you these options, and boom, right here, click Action Sports Jax 24/7, and you will be brought to our continuous stream channel. That app can be accessed through all these different platforms, whether you have Roku, Fire TV, Smart TV, Apple TV, or Google TV, you can find our app. Now, if you don't have access to the app, don't worry, we still got you covered. We're across all social media platforms from Facebook, Instagram, X, YouTube, Twitch. We have a podcast channel. Plus, check out our short reels on our TikTok. Action Sports Jax 24/7. It's on all the time and everywhere.
It's a new logo, new branding. With Bold City Heating and Air, it's an old school approach. One of the few locally owned and operated air conditioning businesses left in Jacksonville. It's hot, Florida in the summer. You can't do much to avoid it, but you can keep cool with Bold City Heating and Air. It's every customer counts kind of service, from when these trucks have pulled up to my home over the last couple of years and when they pull into your driveway as well. From communication to pricing to the actual service, everyone at Bold City Heating and Air cares about you. You know who is coming to your house. You know they will be well trained, and they will respect your home. Air conditioning convenience at boldcityac.com. Stay cool while it gets hot. Bold City Heating and Air can help. Don't get caught sweating all summer. boldcityac.com, and they have financing to help. New systems starting at $110 a month and $50 off any repairs. Stay safe, stay comfortable with Bold City Heating and Air at boldcityac.com. Homegrown in your hometown.
Back we are here on a Tuesday, Taco Tuesday around here now at our relatively new Tuesday location. Glad to be here every single Tuesday. Julington Creek is where the general location. We're in the heart of Mandarin, deep Mandarin, by the bridge. You can't miss this. Hurricanes, Grill and Wings. You can also look for the big chair out front. Gotta love that thing. Big old chair. I've took a few pictures in that thing and posted it up here. Julington Creek has a wonderful community kind of hangout here, and it's called Hurricanes-Julington Creek. Get by here and check them out. A number of different wing sauces. Man, you read some of these, and your mouth gets hot. Dynamite, Coco Loco, Fire and Ice, Firecracker, Cyclone, on and on and on. Over 30 flavors of wings, and you can experiment. They'll make them the way you want them. Test drive whatever you want here. They're known for their wings. They're known for their tacos. Don't sleep on the tacos here at Hurricanes Grill and Wings. Let me put the Olympic talk on hold for a quick moment because I've been wanting to get this out. This just kind of popped up today, and I'm going to preface it by kind of throwing out the statement of which we've talked about here on this show a couple of weeks ago, me and Pat, you guys through chat. What do you think of Jerry Jones as an owner? If you had to say Jerry Jones, Cowboys owner, 30-something years, his record, his everything, how do you judge? I think it's an individual judging, but how do you judge an owner? What do you think of Jerry Jones? And with that general statement, I'm convinced there are a lot of people that say he's a terrible owner. And there's a lot of people that say he's a good owner. He's a great owner. I'm on that side. But the people that say he's a terrible owner, I don't quite know what their judging metrics are. And what should your judging metric be on what makes a good owner, a good professional sports franchise owner, and we'll even specify it, an NFL owner? What makes a good, great NFL owner and a I guess not bad, but what would you call Jerry Jones? Would you say he's a good NFL owner? He's been a bad NFL owner? Well, Sportico just came out. This got picked up by ESPN. And I'll give you some of the backstory here. Here's the article on the Cowboys. You know, Jerry Jones, Cowboys. And let me back up. What do you think the charge is for an owner of a sports franchise, of a NFL franchise? And again, I don't think there's a Bible. I don't think there's a right or wrong answer. I think there's opinion that's thrown in here. But if you own an NFL franchise, are you charged first? You know what I mean by charged. Are you charged first with winning big? Are you charged with making it enjoyable for your fans, winning big, a combination? Are you charged with making money? Making money. Okay, so wherever you're at, and if you're on the, well, you got to win, and the Cowboys haven't won in a long time. Well, they haven't won it all in a long time. They've won a lot under Jerry Jones. A lot. We went over those records and seasons. They haven't won it all. But let me throw this out, boys and girls. There are a lot of franchises in the Jerry Jones era that haven't won it all. It's hard to win championships. Okay, here's where we're going. Dallas Cowboys haven't won, and I'm going to kind of go verbatim and kind of dance around a little bit. This article on ESPN.com, and it's from Sportico. Dallas Cowboys haven't won a Super Bowl since their star quarterback, Dak Prescott, was 2.5 years old. Last championship, 96. Plenty of fruitless seasons, blah, blah, blah. That's arguable. They've had a lot of division wins and playoff seasons, and it's hard to win, and a lot of teams haven't. But a lack of another Lombardi trophy hasn't seemed to diminish their value. Interesting. Sportico released franchise valuations for the top 10 NFL teams today. The Cowboys were not number one. They were head and shoulders number one atop the list with a valuation. The Dallas Cowboys franchise that Jerry Jones owns, that Jerry Jones has stewarded for 30 years. Their valuation came in, according to Sportico, at $10.32 billion. They became the first sports franchise to surpass the $10 billion valuation. Now, I've looked. I can't tell if that's just NFL, but it sounds like the way it's worded there, that would include the European soccer franchises and cricket and things like that. They became the first franchise to surpass $10 billion valuation. Forbes valued the Cowboys at $9 billion back in September. LA Rams, $7.79 billion, ranked second, blah, blah, blah. Giants third. Looks like New England fourth, San Francisco fifth. AFC rivals, the Jets, $6.8 billion. Dolphins are up there with $6.76 billion. On and on and on, but nobody is close to the Dallas Cowboys. How about this number? And if you ever think it's just big talk when people like me say, damn, the NFL knows what they're doing. And damn, they print money. Damn, they've got a money printing machine. Sportico also went and ran the numbers across the league. How about this? The 32 franchises collectively, according to the research that Sportico did, collectively, all 32 franchises are worth $190 billion. We did a show not long ago. I wish Patric was here. He was still with us as he's heading the games. We'll speak to the football team. It wasn't that long ago. I brought up a topic, and I don't think it'll happen in my lifetime, but I'm telling you, at some point not too far down the road, the B turns into a T. You know, the T in my lifetime turned into an M. The M has turned into the B, and I think the B turning into the T is not too far off. Hundreds of thousands of dollars. When I was, a young guy really following sports, young whippersnapper, 70s, 80s, things were valued and big numbers were thrown around in, $400,000 and $600,000. Okay, and then in my lifetime, the hundreds of thousands of dollars turned into the M. Millions. Wow, that franchise sold for millions, or that guy got paid millions over 10 years. So it went from the T's, hundreds of thousands of dollars, the HTs, to M's. And I've also seen it go to B's, the millions. And man, that franchise sold for 709. Well, now billions. Billions. That franchise is valued at such and such billion. How far are we away from the B turning into a T? Trillion is next. But how could you say that Jerry Jones how could anyone say he's a bad owner? He has turned the Cowboys into a $10 billion profitable business. For himself, I'm sure he's got a few investors as well. And do I necessarily like Jerry Jones? Does he not necessarily. Don't dislike him. Can he rub you a little wrong when you watch him on TV, hear him on the radio? Yes, podcast, streaming. Yeah. He's not smooth. I wouldn't say he's got some rough edges. And, I guess he's got enough money that he can have rough edges. I think what really turns people off about Jerry Jones, maybe it's a combination of things. A, Dallas has been America's team. They are the NFL version of Notre Dame and the Yankees. There's not a lot of, I'm not sure what side. You either love the Cowboys, hate the Cowboys, one way or the other. So that's there. And I think that works against Jerry Jones. He's the owner of the Dallas Cowboys, America's team. They feel entitled. They feel like they get more publicity, coverage than they should. Secondarily, and I think this is what really over 30 years has hammered Jerry Jones on the negative side, people that don't like him and disparage him. I don't know how you can disparage a guy that's got the number one valued franchise out there at $10.3 billion. Generally, and I want to qualify this, I qualify this as saying this doesn't mean it's the way it should be, has to be, but generally, sports franchise owners are behind the scenes and they write the checks. But they stay behind the scenes. They help with hiring and firing. They own the franchise. I get it. But they are not seen and heard. Jerry Jones goes totally opposite of that. There are a few more that have kind of been out there. You know, Robert Kraft to a degree got out there. But Jerry Jones doesn't do it the traditional way. And I don't know if the traditional way is the right way, but a lot of people have been turned off for decades because Jerry Jones goes and finds the microphone with the media. Jerry Jones seeks out the camera with the media. And a lot of people don't like it. Is it the wrong tact? Is there a wrong tact? I don't really think there is, but it hasn't been the traditional tact that owners have taken. I think that's what people, but with these numbers, how I don't care if you're the number one Cowboy fan in the world and you're so disappointed. What did that number say? They haven't won a Super Bowl since 96 or what have you. A lot of playoff teams, a lot of playoff years, a lot of disappointment, but it's hard. Now, what other than a Super Bowl, and again, I don't think you can hold a bunch of non-Super Bowl years against Jerry Jones. A lot of franchises don't win the Super Bowl and haven't won the Super Bowl and have huge droughts between Super Bowls. If you're Dallas Cowboy Nation, what else could he do? What else is he has given you a very, you can't say the Cowboys under Jerry Jones haven't been competitive. We've gone through that. Playoffs, division titles. Have they got knocked out early? Yeah. A lot of people get knocked out early. He's given his fans all the creature comforts. I mean, Cowboy Stadium, Jerry World, is not the end-all, be-all stadium now. Well, hell, it was built in 2009. Okay, so it's getting some years on it. But he gave you the creature comforts that nobody had. He gave the Cowboy Nation the blanking Taj Mahal of stadiums. It still compares. Now it's getting up there in years. He's giving you competitive. He's giving you entertainment. He's giving you the creature comforts that a lot of people haven't had and still don't. See the Jaguar Stadium. They're trying to get it now. I don't know. I don't know why or how. Yeah, we got Mike chimes in. If we use the NFL's measuring stick, he's the most profitable. Absolutely the most profitable. And if you are part of the Dallas Cowboys ownership, and a lot of these guys, obviously, they own the majority. Some of them, I guess, own it all. But I think a lot of them have some minority partners, probably, you know, at small percentages, 5 here, 10 there, 6 there, 4 there. But, I mean, 4% of $10.3 billion. If Jerry Jones does have a board of owners, minority owners, they're ecstatic. They're ecstatic. Do you think they care? Well, we don't quite have any more Super Bowl rings. Lombardi's in the trophy. Man, I don't know. It's just very odd that his gruff and out front personality, I think, turns so many people off. I mean, I've thrown this out. I'm not being mean here. Oh, hold on. Let me stop. I just saw my first commercial. Oh, that was beautiful. Beautiful. Note down Hurricanes-Julington Creek. I just saw my first. It was a still shot. I caught it at the end. It was a still shot promoting Florida State and Georgia Tech, August 24th. You realize we are 11 days from that game? Do you realize, I think, and I haven't seen an itinerary. I know I'm going off here. We're going to wrap up the first hour. I haven't seen an itinerary. This is just going off a guesstimate. I would think, God, this is a beautiful statement I'm about to throw on you folks. I would think Florida State's football team, along with Georgia Tech's football team, 1 week from today, I think they're getting on a plane. They're going to the game site. Isn't that beautiful? We wait and wait and wait. And you may say, what, Terry, what are you talking about? They don't play till next Saturday. I think a week from today, I think Tuesday, both teams will fly out. I haven't seen an itinerary. They're going to Dublin, Ireland. That'll take Tuesday, Wednesday as your travel. Thursday, Friday is get your sea legs under you. walk through, get acclimated, get checked in. Saturday is the game. I think 2 football teams are getting on a plane a week from today, and I love it. Absolutely love it. Let's take a break here. 1 hour down. Second hour coming up here on a Tuesday edition from Julington Creek. The Hurricanes in Julington Creek, down by the bridge in Julington Creek. Come by, say hi if you know where we're at. If you're heading home, swing in. Hot day. Come get a cold drink and enjoy some great menu items here. Thinking about doing some wings myself when we get off the air. I'll get to the Olympic story, I promise, on the other side. The sports that were not in the Paris Olympic Summer Games, they've already determined, I think there's 6 or 7. I've got them down. I've got what new sports from this past Paris going to LA will be added, and 1 or 2 that will be taken off. And one's going to cause a little bit of a ripple and a chuckle. We'll talk about that and a whole lot more. 1 hour down, 1 to go. The Young and Norvelle Show coming back at you from Julington Creek, the Hurricanes in Julington Creek, right here on Action Sports Jax.
Finally, a family atmosphere, kid-friendly restaurant with a real sports bar feel. Rick's Jax Beach features all of that and a large, climate-controlled covered patio with misting fans and heaters for all seasons. Mix in an extremely diverse menu that features the most quality and affordable steak at the beach, and there's no reason not to enjoy your next lunch, dinner, happy hour, or big sporting event at Rick's Jax Beach, 300 2nd Street North in Jacksonville Beach. See you at Rick's Jax Beach.
For over 20 years, Southeast Orthopedic Specialists has been providing the highest level of orthopedic and spine care to patients throughout Northeast Florida. Now, we're making that same great care even more convenient with Southeast Orthopedic Specialists Direct, a walk-in clinic where you can be seen for pain or injuries with no appointment needed. Staffed by orthopedic physicians and specialists, we offer everything from diagnosis and treatment to imaging and bracing, all with no appointment needed. For more information, hours, and locations, visit our website.
You really got to hand it to him. Hold on.
The previous play is under further review.
I'm not sure what he could review, but okay. Sure has been a while. Dine in at Hurricane Grill and Wings for the football season. Well, there he is. Oh, what is that?
Hey everyone, Olivia Tasley here from Action Sports Jax to tell you all the different ways you can watch our new 24/7 network. 3 easy steps. You don't even need a pen and paper to write it down. Step number 1, download the app. Search Action News Jax in your app store either on your phone or your smart TV. Then, once you're on the app, click on that little drop-down menu in the upper left-hand corner with the 3 little lines. That'll show you these options, and boom, right here, click Action Sports Jax 24/7, and you will be brought to our continuous stream channel. That app can be accessed through all these different platforms, whether you have Roku, Fire TV, Smart TV, Apple TV, or Google TV. You can find our app. Now, if you don't have access to the app, don't worry, we still got you covered. We're across all social media platforms from Facebook, Instagram, X, YouTube, Twitch. We have a podcast channel. Plus, check out our short reels on our TikTok. Action Sports Jax 24/7. It's on all the time and everywhere.
Summertime means sizzling sales at Nimnick Buick GMC. The #1 Buick GMC dealer in Jacksonville has lots of inventory to choose from with their best price guarantee. Nimnick never charges above MSRP. You can save up to $10,000 off select new GMC Sierras or get rates as low as 1.9%.
You know, I'm a truck guy. GMC Sierra, my trim level is an SLT. This one's an Elevation. Pretty good looking color as well. So here at Nimnick Buick GMC, you have a lot to pick from. My father-in-law, he drives this, an Enclave, so I feel like that GMC in the family. 2025 is coming around the corner, which means it's almost time to close out those 2024s this summer.
You can schedule a test drive at NimnickBuickGMC.com. And while you're there, check your trade value and customize your payment options. Nimnick is there for you, even on Sundays. Visit the showroom on Phillips Highway or shop online at NimnickBuickGMC.com. Nimnick, your friends in the car business since 1941. GMC, we are professional grade.
City again, good shot down the St. Johns River, cutting right through Jacksonville on a hot August day. I think I speak for everybody. I like summertime. I like when it starts warming up in April, May. I dig the hot summertime, but by this time of year, it's time. I'm done. I was in my car today, kind of driving this way to Hurricanes-Julington Creek, and it said 101. Oh, goodness gracious. About ready for it to break, and we're not too far away. We're not too far away. By the way, we are 11 days away from the start of college football season with a limited schedule on the 24th, and then the 31st. Pretty much everybody gets going 31st that weekend. That is 18 days away. Florida State, Georgia Tech do the honors. I think it's going to be a pretty good game. I think it's going to be a pretty damn good game. Kind of a weird situation. DJU, the quarterback for Florida State, his first game for the Noles as their starting quarterback will be in Dublin, Ireland. How weird is that? But really looking forward to that. Some news breaking in the world of sports. You may have heard J.J. McCarthy needs knee surgery. I think it's a meniscus situation. Having talked to Dr. Bates a lot on our sports medicine situation or discussions every Wednesday here on the show, if you do something in that knee area, I think the meniscus is what you want to do. It's the and a lot of cases, the least serious in terms of meniscus versus ACL, MCL, PCL. McCarthy either has just had or is about to have some surgery. That is worth tracking. A little chuckle here on this story came out on top of a headline from a few days ago. You know, a couple days ago, we laughed here on the show, myself and Patric, and some of our chatters, I think, were commenting that Jim Harbaugh was scheduled to be the Michigan Wolverines honorary captain for their first home game kick off the season. And obviously you wonder, was that kind of a kick in the face to the NCAA, which came out and basically knocked Harbaugh down for 4 years? But, of course, Jim Harbaugh is never going back to college football coaching. I mean, he's done it a couple of times. He's back into the NFL. This will be his last go-around, you would think. So that was a almost perfunctory punishment. So Harbaugh and Michigan announced that he was going to go out as the captain. It really smelled of, just giving the old NCAA, he and Michigan giving the old NCAA the old finger. But now it's come out, Harbaugh no longer Michigan's honorary captain. So maybe cooler heads at Michigan said, hey, you know what? Maybe it would be satisfying to run Harbaugh out to be an honorary captain and kind of, thumb your nose at the NCAA. But why pick the fight? Just thought it was kind of interesting that that would follow about a week later. Somebody got a cooler head, I think, and said, hey, why do it? It's going to be interesting to see also what kind of punishment that will come down to Michigan with the sign stealing and all, and the current coach, who was caught up in the middle of it. And, I know with Brent Beard, we'll have Brent on, I think, on Thursday and Friday of this week. He's out of town a little bit. But Sharon Moore, who was the interim when Harbaugh was out a couple of times. Remember Jim Harbaugh last year, the College Football National Championship program, the Michigan Wolverines, their head coach was suspended during the season last year, not once, but twice. How about that? He missed games twice. And frankly, you would think there's a very, very good chance that current Michigan head coach, Sharon Moore, is going to get suspended for a few games himself. So Michigan is looking at, in a less than 2-year span, their head football coach is about to get suspended for 3 separate times. Good Lord. I mean, what do they say? What is that? I can't think. I can't think to the NCAA punishment, they call it something reoccurring, and that gets you in a lot of trouble. I mean, how is this not reoccurring? that's not the right word, but you guys remember, or you know what I'm talking about. Somebody on the chat will chat it up. But if that's not a reoccurring situation, if their head coach gets suspended for the third time in less than 2 seasons, I mean, it would actually, if more, the Michigan head coach gets suspended the first game or two, and he might, he was right in the middle of the sign stealing. I mean, I think he was, he's in the middle of that thing with Stallion and all those guys. There's a good chance if he gets suspended, it's going to be the first game or two. So that would be 3 head coach suspensions in 1 season, basically. Stay classy, Michigan. Stay classy. This won't, I don't think, have a lot of effect on college football, but it's nice to see that. And let me back up. I don't always like the way college football mirrors the NFL. I hope it never totally mirrors it because I like the individuality. One of my knocks on NFL football is it's so cookie cutter and it's so sterile and it all looks alike and it all feels alike. But there are occasions where I think it's the right thing to do, and this is another occasion. This year, you may not be aware, college football now will have helmet communication. An offensive player, quarterback, and a defensive player will be able to have a wired helmet with audio communication. I don't think it'll be a big deal, but it will be strange to see or not see all the signs. And I think the Oregon Ducks and Chip Kelly might have been the first guy to really use the sideline signs to get plays in. And they would be all kind of crazy, logos and pictures and things that meant something. And there'd be about 4 of them. There'd be a bunch of dummy signs and then the legitimate ones and then the guys signaling in. But the helmet communication should render all that useless, right? I mean, why would you do that? You just talk to the guy. Also, ironically, getting back to the Michigan situation and the most serious thing that they're going to get punished for is the sign stealing. Ironically, the helmet communication eliminates the need for sign stealing. I mean, you can't really steal signs if they're not signaling them in, and you would think that's going to pretty much end it. So, in a roundabout way, whatever trouble Michigan gets into for last year's sign stealing, had this new rule been 1 year earlier, most likely wouldn't have happened. Most likely wouldn't have happened at all. So there you have it. But it'll be interesting to see if that. I don't think it'll be a big shakeup. Hey, let me set up the rest of the week for people new. I know we're still just only about a month into this new happy hour streaming situation. Myself, Patric Young. By the way, Patric was with us the first segment. He is. I'm sure he's in Gainesville by now. He was commuting, heading back down to Gainesville. We were there yesterday at Spurrier's, and Patric is back in Gainesville. He was is scheduled to speak to the University of Florida football team. Billy Napier and his staff have invited Patric down, and he does a wonderful speech, a wonderful motivational speech. So Patric, I think it is about 7 or 7:30. I'm guessing once the team wraps up and probably knocks out their meal, they'll meet in the big meeting room. But Patric will talk to the Gator football team tonight, and I look forward to tomorrow when Patric's back on the show. Hopefully he can share some stuff, and we want, if there's some, proprietary stuff he doesn't want to share, but I look forward to talking to him tomorrow about maybe what he talked about and, who he talked to and some side conversations, things like that. Tomorrow, speaking of the rest of the week, we are, our Wednesday location, of course, is Twin Peaks. We'll be there tomorrow, 4 to 6, happy hour. We're now a happy hour show. Thursday, Sliders Oyster Bar, and, of course, Friday, Bricks, Jax Beach. Tomorrow, we'll visit with Dr. Aaron Bates, as we do every Wednesday for our Southeast orthopedic specialist, sports medicine. Things we want to discuss tomorrow. Marquise Brown, what a shame that the Chiefs receiver went down the first play in the stadium here in Jacksonville on Saturday. Dislocated shoulder, sternoclavicular clavicle or something joint. We're going to ask him how serious Dr. Bates thinks that sterno thing in the shoulder is, and a couple of other injury situations. Speaking of injuries, and I wish there was a way to go back and tell, is this just a standard training camp injury season for college and NFL, or is it more? It just seems like more. It seems like right out of the gates when the NFL guys started working out, and then the college guys followed suit about a week later, 10 days later, it just seems like a ton of injuries. And I know they happen every training camp on both sides, NFL and college. It seems like this has been an inordinate amount of injuries. With that said, maybe to back up that hunch, the 49ers today announced that they had several scheduled joint practices with the Saints before a preseason game, and that's kind of a normal practice. The 49ers said, nope, we ain't doing it. We're calling off the joint practices. We are not healthy enough to even have a joint practice. So maybe that speaks to it. We'll also talk to Dr. Bates tomorrow about the situation with J.J. McCarthy, if we know any more. Getting some type of procedure done on a meniscus knee injury. He had a pretty good game in limited action the other night for the Vikings. So we'll talk about that as well. I mentioned Brent Beard. You haven't heard or seen him earlier this week. Brent is out of town. He will be back on, I think he'll be with us on Thursday and Friday. He'll have a lot of news and notes as Florida State and Georgia Tech, they are about to put things to bed. They'll have one more scrimmage here probably Saturday. I'm thinking both of them will scrimmage Saturday and then probably take Sunday off, do some, conditioning and get their body right, some treatment. And Florida State and Georgia Tech, they'll probably scrimmage their third and final time this Saturday. And then it's game week. It's coming Monday. It is game week for those guys. And with that, Brent will have a lot of notes. The rest of college football will be one scrimmage behind. So the rest of college football will probably scrimmage this Saturday. That'll be their second. Normally the college teams will do 3 scrimmages. And everybody else will go one more week, have one more scrimmage, and then get into game week. But, man, we are really, really close. Let me get into this Olympic story here before this segment wraps up. We'll take it a little bit longer, I think, here. So, did a little research here on the Olympics yesterday. We talked about how do sports get included into the Olympics. Well, they have to be petitioned to the, what did I call it yesterday? The Olympic Charter or whoever, the Olympic Charter. Yeah, so they get petitioned, and there are some guidelines to be considered, and then I guess they're just kind of voted on. Guideline number 1 is a little vague. A sport has to be widely practiced. A men's sport, that this is, has to be widely practiced in at least 75 countries around the world. And what is the parameter? What is the definition of widely practiced? I don't know. And I don't know if there's a hard definition. But widely practiced for men's sports to be considered and possibly put into the Olympic rotation in 75 countries worldwide. Also 4 continents worldwide. That's for the men. For women, the numbers go down. 40 countries and 3 continents. 40 and 3. So with that, and then I guess, if you check those boxes off, it goes before the committee or and again, I don't know if there's hard evidence on what widely practiced means. If maybe they just have to show that it is played in these countries. Now, with that said, I'm just going to tell you one for sure that I saw that will not be a sport in the 2028 LA Olympics will be breaking. Isn't that terrible? I mean, they break in LA. Breakdancing did not get a hard reason why. Some stuff I read today was saying finances. I'm not positive kind of where that means or where that lands. But if you shook your head this year, 2024 Summer Olympics, when you saw breaking and breakdancing, well, breaking will not be part of the 2028 LA Games. Now, here are sports that will be included that were not in this past Summer Olympics. And one of them I've got real questions. I'm going to go through them, and I'll come back. So these are sports that were not in 2024 summer, but will be in 2028 summer in LA. Cricket, we'll come back to that. Flag football, baseball, and softball, neither was in this year, this past Olympic. Excuse me. Lacrosse and squash. So you're going to see cricket, flag football, baseball, softball, lacrosse, and squash as new sports coming up in 2028. Now, somebody's got to help me out. I don't know much about it, but the little bit I know about cricket, don't they play like multiple days? A match can go 3 days, I think, right? Right? What if it goes 5 days? I mean, is there a way to cricket down? I don't know. I don't know the game very well, but I know one of the aspects of a cricket match is I think it's common that cricket matches can last 2 and 3 days on end. How are you gonna, I don't know how they do their tournaments, but I mean, you would think a cricket tournament might be wide open. There's not, but I mean, the Olympics, there's a finite amount of time. You got to get these things in, get these things completed. I don't know. So cricket, I don't know how they're going to do it. If you do, let me know. If you do, let me know. Let's take another break. We'll come back. I know the Olympics are over. I wanted to wrap up a few things today with them, including a real good article I came across, and it supports my theory of modern times that we live in. Why the hell would you want to host the Olympics if you're the city? Financially, there's a bunch of reasons why not to that'll back up. Maybe you disagree. I'll throw those out on the other side. Why would you want to host the Olympics with all the negativity that comes with it? We'll talk about some of the reasons on the other side. The bell tower there, it looks like, on the campus of the University of Florida. Patric Young heading that way, ready to talk to the football team. Hopefully Patric gives them a good speech, and they're ready to go on the 31st when Florida takes on the Miami Hurricanes. Let's take a break here. Come back from Hurricanes-Julington Creek. Young and Norvelle and you on the other side.
At Southeast Orthopedic Specialists, we know pain and injuries can stop you from doing what you love. This is why our board-certified orthopedic specialists offer the latest in both non-surgical and surgical treatment options and create a treatment plan tailored to your unique lifestyle and goals. So, whether it is a sports injury or that nagging pain that's keeping you from doing what you love, our team has the right treatment for you. For more information or to schedule an appointment online, visit our website.
Finally, a family atmosphere, kid-friendly restaurant with a real sports bar feel. Bricks Jax Beach features all of that and a large, climate-controlled covered patio with misting fans and heaters for all seasons. Mix in an extremely diverse menu that features the most quality and affordable steak at the beach, and there's no reason not to enjoy your next lunch, dinner, happy hour, or big sporting event at Bricks Jax Beach, 300 2nd Street North in Jacksonville Beach. See you at Bricks Jax Beach.
You really got to hand it to him. Hold on.
The previous play is under further review.
I'm not sure what he could review, but okay. Sure has been a while. Dine in at Hurricane Grill and Wings for the football season. Well, there he is. Oh, what is that?
The Action Sports Jax 24/7 network is streaming. I'm Stuart Weber, and I'm here to teach you a nice three-step process on how you can watch all your favorite programming from the Brent and Austin Show every weekday 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. or the Cup Date with me. It's fantastic. We talk NASCAR. It's a great time. Wednesdays at 1 o'clock. All right, first step, easy. Download the Action News Jax app. You probably already have it downloaded on your phone, so you might already have that one taken care of. Step 2, see that stack of pancakes up there? You click that stack of pancakes, and it's going to bring down step number 3, which is a full screen of all the different streams that you can click on, including the Action Sports Jax 24/7 stream. You click that, the video's rocking and rolling on your mobile device. You're watching all the shows you want to, and you're having a good time. You can also do it on your smart TV with the Action News Jax Now app. I do it on my Samsung TV at home. It's a great way to watch it on a nice, large screen for all the content. That's the Action Sports Jax 24/7 network. Hope you can find it.
You trust CGC to make your water great, and now you can trust CGC with your plumbing needs as well. Fast, convenient scheduling, licensed and insured. A quick call away at 904-552-1242.
You never know when you're going to have an issue with a shower, toilet, or maybe it's a sink that sometimes is easy to fix. All right, let's be honest. I'm not fixing anything. I'm totally staging this because when I have a plumbing problem, I call CGC Water Treatment and Plumbing.
Trained professionals, transparent pricing, customer satisfaction. Small problem or even a bigger issue. Maybe you need a new tankless water heater or something a bit more intricate. The experts with 25 years of experience at CGC Water Treatment and Plumbing can do it all. Call 904-552-1242 or visit cgcwater.com. That's 904-552-1242 or cgcwater.com. CGC Water Treatment and Plumbing, an authorized independent Connecticut dealer. Florida license number CFC 1432579.
Hey, starting to slowly put the landing gear down on a Tuesday edition of the Young and Norvelle Show here on Action Sports Jax. I want to thank everybody that makes the show happen, including our morning guys. I don't talk about Brent and Austin enough. 10 to 1, our midday show right here on Action Sports Jax. They come at you really heavy with Jaguar content. As we welcome you back here, as I said, to Julington Creek. We're at the Hurricanes. We're here every Tuesday, 4 to 6. We've been doing it about a month now, a little over a month. And do we cover, myself and Patric Young, Pat's in Gainesville speaking to the Gator football team here in about an hour. That's why he's not with us. He was with us the first segment or so. Certainly we cover the Jaguars, and we will cover the Jaguars. But obviously Brent and Austin, our midday show, that's their wheelhouse. Brent particularly is as dialed in and as involved with the Jaguars as you will get. Also, obviously, in our area, in this area, we've got probably, I don't know, I've never done an official count. There's probably 15 shows that are Jaguar dominant, and we get it. That's the NFL team. But one thing is, I don't want our show to be show number 16 that just kind of says the same stuff. So just for people that are tuning in, our show will always kind of lean a little more college football. That's kind of my background in broadcasting, much more. Certainly I've covered and been to a billion Jaguar games, and that was at the first game in Canton, Ohio back in '95. But I'll just give you a little background on our show. A couple things I want to get to, and we're going to get Patric, trivia Patric on in a minute. I've got a trivia question for him. We like to have fun at the end of our show because it's 7 o'clock every Tuesday night here at Julington Creek, the location of Hurricanes here in Julington Creek. They do trivia. Real quick about the Olympics. Where I've been going, there's an article today that came out I saw that kind of followed my thought process. I've been asking for a long time, if you're a city, if you're an international city that bids and or wins the Olympic bid to host, well, you're a big boy, okay? You're not some obscure city trying to put yourself on the map. The Olympics go to Tokyo, and they go to Paris, and they go to L.A., and on, right? You know where I'm going with that. Rio de Janeiro and things like that. Where the Olympics have gone and where media is at, I think every Olympic city, when the games are gone, there has been and will be way more negative publicity and negative coverage than positive by a mile. You saw it in Paris. I mean, the river, and the lack of air conditioning, and on and on and on and on and on. Paris just got ripped up one side and down the other. Not to mention, the article I read today, the Olympics are massive money drains, financial drains. They're untenable right now. As a matter of fact, the Olympics have gotten so bad at why would you want the IOC has trouble finding cities that want to host the Olympics. And there's some reasons. The financial aspect. There were days, and they're trying to trim this down, it costs like $100 million to bid on the Olympics. It's a multi-year thing. Some of the things that work against the Olympics, every year, no matter what, budget overruns, long-term debt, wasteful infrastructure, gentrification and displacement, political strife, environmental issues, and gentrification and displacement. That's when the Olympics come to your city, you have to take areas and convert areas. A lot of times they're converting medium to low income areas into Olympic venues and venue areas. Well, what happens when the Olympics are gone? Those areas are built up so much that the low to mid income people can't afford it anymore. A bunch of reasons why the Olympics, and I mentioned the bad PR, the absolute terrible PR. You ask yourself, why would you even want the Olympic Games? Something to think about. Something definitely to think about. Other things I want to get to, I want to take a second here to welcome our newest location sponsor. We will be there for the first time this coming Monday. We go to Fourscore Golf Tavern over in San Marco. Really excited to get over there. Daniel and his group, they do a super job. I've been over there several times. Same with Patric. They are now our Monday location. We'll go Monday, 19th for the very first time. So if you're in the San Marco area, we will be in your neighborhood every Monday, 4 to 6. Happy hour again, 4 to 6. And I like the fact that we're kind of branching into different areas of the county, of the city. Obviously, we've got a couple of beach locations. South side right there with Twin Peaks. Of course, we're in Mandarin today and every Tuesday at Hurricanes. And now, starting this coming Monday, we'll be in the San Marco area every Monday, 4 to 6 at Fourscore Golf Tavern. Fun place, tremendous restaurant. So it's a tavern restaurant in the front and simulators, golfing, all sports. And you play games against yourself. You can play games against people. You can have team competitions. And we're talking basketball and soccer, of course, golf. But the simulators blew me away the last time I was over there. I didn't realize they had that many sports. So check it out sometime in your free time, or we'd love to see you on Mondays, 4 to 6, Fourscore Golf Tavern, our brand new Monday location. And we are really, really looking forward to getting over there. With that said, I'm going to holler at Trivia Patric.
Trivia Pat.
Can I call you Trivia Pat?
Yeah.
Is that your name?
Yeah.
That's what you go by? Put that headset on there. We had fun last week, and I don't know if you're on 2 or 3. Let me see here. Let me tap that. I don't know if you're on that one. Nope. Let's try 2 and say, hello, I'm Trivia Pat. In 3, 2, 1.
Trivia Pat.
Hey, man. How are you?
Good.
Man, we had a good time last Tuesday.
Yeah.
Welcome. If you got a few minutes.
Absolutely.
And we may keep you a little bit. Patric was with us the first segment. He is just about in Gainesville. He's speaking to the football team. How about that? He's talking.
That's awesome.
Billy Napier, the head football coach of Florida, invited Patric to come down. The team obviously is in camp, practice today. I'm assuming they practiced. They're probably at the mess hall eating dinner. And our guy Pat is going to talk to the entire football team. That's pretty cool. How you doing?
I'm good.
Trivia Pat, you are here every Tuesday at 7 o'clock.
Yes, sir.
Right? We get off at 6 and you transform. Been doing it here a long time, right?
Yeah. We picked up the location, I want to say close to 2 months ago.
Nice.
Airtainment picked it up, and I've been here ever since.
And so you're with Airtainment.
Yes, sir.
And you do a couple locations, is that right?
Yes, sir. Thursday nights, I am at Dick's Wings Orange Park.
Nice.
Off of Young Women's Circle. Also at 7 o'clock.
Airtainment, Entertainment games.
Are they a Jacksonville or state of Florida or franchise? What is it?
Yeah. So my boss Darren does a
Okay.
great job at getting the company spread throughout Orlando, South Florida, Gainesville, out west, West Florida. So we're all over Florida.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like it. And is this your first toe dip into being a trivia host?
No.
Okay,
sir.
done a long time.
Yeah. Prior to COVID, I also did trivia hosting as well. So fun.
Do you, to become a trivia host, do you just go and observe? I mean, for a while, when you first started, I mean, little stage fright, how'd you break into it?
You just, I think it relates a lot to, you being on air. You got to be a people person.
Yeah.
Just have confidence in your voice. Of course, there is
Do some prep.
Yeah.
Do some prep.
You, of course, you will be nervous at 1st,
Mhm.
and then much like yourself, it's just second nature now. So,
Everybody asks you, I'm sure, the questions. How do you get them? Is there a pool? Do you spend
Right.
14 hours? Do you buy them? I mean, you've got to have a reservoir of questions, and they have to be updated too.
Yeah.
You gotta, how does all that work?
So Darren does a great job, the owner of the company, getting people to write our questions for us. So I am just the face on trivia nights currently. I'm the voice of trivia when I ask the questions, but we have a great team that puts the questions together, stays up to date with current events, and giving them to us, and then also sourcing that information too.
And I'm sure there's going to be one that slips through. I mean, you could have a question that literally 4 hours earlier, the answer got changed. I mean, it could be a person, a celebrity, passed away, or this or that, or the Academy Awards were last night, and so it happens. I guess.
Yeah, similar. So again, similar to sports radio.
Absolutely.
Someone gets injured in camp.
Absolutely.
While you're on air,
and you may not even know it.
Breaking news,
Right. You may not even know it. What is your, or are you instructed to, when you're doing trivia such as tonight, do you try and do geographies, a couple sports, a couple of entertainment, or is there a rhyme or reason? Or?
Yeah. So know-it-all trivia is the game I do, where it is just all spread out. It's general knowledge, sports, music, history, science, you name it. Right. Entertainment Games also does music bingo trivia as well.
Okay.
We also host movie night trivia as well.
Okay.
So
again, themed.
Yeah.
So
This
you
is
could
all North
do,
Florida.
I've always wanted, let me back up. My mind's always going, and I've always wanted to, I thought, is there some way, I don't know if it's when you go to break on a show like this, to incorporate trivia when you go to break,
Right.
And then I've always wondered or wanted, and I know it's hard on the prep side. Myself, Brent Beard, who's on the show a lot with us as well, we're kind of the two college football guys in town.
Okay.
I would love to have just a college football trivia somewhere, but
I got you.
Would it be hard to have that many questions?
No.
In one topic?
No, not at all.
I got it.
I can come on, Terry, next week. We can do some college football trivia.
Interesting.
I got
Now, I want you to have some trivia. Do you have a couple for me? Yeah, Patric's not here. Hold on, because I'm gonna throw you one.
Okay.
And we're gonna go to break. I'm gonna see if you can get it. Okay. Then we're gonna come back and we'll wrap up the show because this is fun. I wish Patric was here again. He's traveling and he was on the first segment.
If he's listening, God bless.
Yeah, he was on the
having fun down there.
Yeah, he was on the. We were there yesterday, as a matter of fact. We were.
I know.
We were at Spurrier's yesterday, and
I saw.
I'm so old. I stayed the night and drove in because we had a fun time. We did the show and a big anniversary party. I stayed the night and drove in and got in at 9. Patric, I don't know what he was thinking. Goes last night. He and his mom drive back. Now he's back in Gainesville
again.
Yes.
He's young. I don't know.
Patrick Young. He is young. All right, I'm going to throw you one, and then we'll go to break, and I want you to throw me one or a couple. And if anybody wants to play along, feel free. We'll wrap up the show like this. All right, here we go. You need to give me the name of a sport, okay? The answer is the name of a sport.
Okay.
Trivia Pat, can you tell me what sport gave us the term upset? Upset. You know how we say, wow, that was a big upset. Boy, look at that upset. Boy, this team wasn't supposed to win. They upset.
Yeah.
Can you tell me what sport gave us originally, and I will tell you it was in 1919. I don't know if that helps a little bit. A little clue there. A little clue. Do you want to think about it during the break? Do you promise not to go to that phone?
No, I promise.
Yeah. Okay, that's one out to him. He's going to throw a few to me on the other side. We'll come back, wrap this fun thing up here. The Young and Norvelle Show coming to you from Hurricanes-Julington Creek. All right, don't cheat. Do not cheat.
For those dealing with pain from a sports injury, arthritis, or spine condition, Southeast Orthopedic Specialists offers innovative new non-surgical options. Our regenerative medicine treatments, including platelet-rich plasma and other regenerative treatments, use your body's own restorative cells to aid in treating injuries. These procedures are performed in our offices and typically require minimal downtime. If you want to get back to doing what you love, our regenerative treatment options may be right for you. For more information or to schedule an appointment online, visit our website.
Finally, a family atmosphere, kid-friendly restaurant with a real sports bar feel. Bricks Jax Beach features all of that and a large, climate-controlled covered patio with misting fans and heaters for all seasons. Mix in an extremely diverse menu that features the most quality and affordable steak at the beach, and there's no reason not to enjoy your next lunch, dinner, happy hour, or big sporting event at Bricks Jax Beach, 300 2nd Street North in Jacksonville Beach. See you at Bricks Jax Beach.
You really got to hand it to him. Hold on.
The previous play is under further review.
I'm not sure what he could review, but okay. Sure has been a while. Dine in at Hurricane Grill and Wings for the football season. Well, there he is. Oh, what is that?
Hey everyone, Olivia Tasley here from Action Sports Jax to tell you all the different ways you can watch our new 24/7 network. 3 easy steps. You don't even need a pen and paper to write it down. Step number 1, download the app. Search Action News Jax in your app store either on your phone or your smart TV. Then, once you're on the app, click on that little drop-down menu in the upper left-hand corner with the 3 little lines. That'll show you these options, and boom, right here, click Action Sports Jax 24/7, and you will be brought to our continuous stream channel. That app can be accessed through all these different platforms, whether you have Roku, Fire TV, Smart TV, Apple TV, or Google TV. You can find our app. Now, if you don't have access to the app, don't worry, we still got you covered. We're across all social media platforms from Facebook, Instagram, X, YouTube, Twitch. We have a podcast channel. Plus, check out our short reels on our TikTok. Action Sports Jax 24/7. It's on all the time and everywhere.
It's a new logo, new branding. With Bold City Heating and Air, it's an old school approach. One of the few locally owned and operated air conditioning businesses left in Jacksonville.
It's hot, Florida in the summer. You can't do much to avoid it, but you can keep cool with Bold City Heating and Air.
It's every customer counts kind of service, from when these trucks have pulled up to my home over the last couple of years and when they pull into your driveway as well. From communication to pricing to the actual service, everyone at Bold City Heating and Air cares about you. You know who's coming to your house. You know they will be well trained and they will respect your home. Air conditioning convenience at boldcityac.com.
Stay cool while it gets hot. Bold City Heating and Air can help. Don't get caught sweating all summer. boldcityac.com, and they have financing to help. New systems starting at $110 a month and $50 off any repairs.
Stay safe, stay comfortable with Bold City Heating and Air at boldcityac.com. Homegrown in your hometown.
There's a good look overhead shot of the dual practice facilities for the Jacksonville Jaguars. Where are they at? Get out there. They need some practice.
It's beautiful, though.
Look at that. They went this morning, though. I bet you they went this morning.
Miller Electric, right?
Miller Electric practice facility. Good for Miller Electric. Stepping up. Terry Norvelle here on a Tuesday, wrapping things up. Tribute Pat. They come up
on Tuesdays after us here every Tuesday at Julington Creek Hurricanes. So if you're into the market and like trivia, want to just hang out, just get smart. This guy comes up at 7. We go up here at 6 every Tuesday. You can catch up, and you're with Era Entertainment.
Entertainment games.
Entertainment games.
Yeah.
Entertainment right there.
Games.
Right there. All right, I'll throw you a trivia question. You promise you didn't cheat, right?
Yeah, swear.
During the break, and then you can throw me a few, and we'll play along and kind of have some fun as we go. All right, the question I threw you, Mr. Pat, was what sport gave us the term upset? And a little clue, it was way back in 1919, but this term that we throw all the time, man, that was a big upset, or that team upset. Man, did you see the upset Saturday between what? Any idea? It's a sport. What sport gave us the term?
Can I give you my thought process?
Absolutely, you can.
So 1919.
Look at
that. Now you may be that old, Terry.
Yeah, two or three. I was 2 or 3.
I'm kidding. So I think horse racing or golf.
I need an answer.
As 2 of the bigger 1919 sports in America.
I need an answer.
I'm going to go with golf.
Golf is the answer. That is absolutely incorrect. Oh, you should have went the other way. Horse racing. Horse racing, Pat. Good stab, though. And let me give you a little backstory. I know you like backstory as well. One of the great, obviously, there have been several just incredible thoroughbreds in racing. Secretariat, probably the number 1 horse. War Admiral was a big one. Seabiscuit, they made a movie about. There was also a dominant horse, Man of War. Man of War, in Man of War's career, was 20-1. Only 1 loss in Man of War's career as an incredible, one of the probably 6 or 7. Not that I'm a thoroughbred expert, but
right.
Same. Man of War in 1919 in a race. The only race he lost was to a horse named Upset.
Upset? Okay.
The horse, I don't know if that meant when they put it in the starting block, it was Upset, and it got a name, or it was Upset always. But that was the name. Before then, there was no term, man, they upset, but this was a huge upset.
Yeah.
Upset wasn't this great horse, but that was his name.
That's a cool story.
How about that?
Yeah.
How about that?
I love that.
Horse racing gave us.
I can't believe I was.
No, man, you were there, dude.
Wow.
All right, what do you got for us? For me,
Let me pull him up.
I don't have my partner here, Patrick. He's off the air now.
You were pretty confident last week.
Yeah, well, I'm pretty smart. Did I mention that? Pretty smart guy. Here we go. Me and my big mouth.
Hang on.
Me and my big mouth.
All right.
Now, you know I gave you a clue or 2 there in that one. I helped you out there.
Yeah?
Right? Okay.
Yeah. All right.
So
are we sticking with just sports, Terry?
I don't know.
Am I countering with just sports?
Yeah, we'll try a few. Let's do sports. Let's do some non-sports. I don't know. We got 8.5 minutes.
Okay. I'll warm you up. All right.
There we go. I don't know.
Sports.
I don't know.
You'll know it.
Phone a friend. Phone a friend.
All right. And then they'll get harder. Gradually get harder. On October 1st, 1975.
Oh, man.
These 2 heavyweight boxers.
Oh, boy. The Thrilla in Manila.
Faced off in the Thrilla in Manila.
Ollie Frazier.
Yep.
Ollie Frazier.
Yep.
Okay. I mentioned I'm the varsity here, right? This is the varsity, not the JV.
That's what you said last week.
Me and my big mouth, Patric. Me and my big mouth. The Thrill in Manila. What do you? They got together 3 times in 3 classics. Ollie and Frazier.
Frazier. So boxing to me is an art form that's hopefully can regain its.
I'm with you. I'm more of a boxer fan than the MMA stuff. That's not my stuff.
All right, give me a second. I've got to pull up a whole bunch of questions here.
Go to the smart ones. Go to the hard ones. You're dealing with a JU grad, pal. Private institution of higher learning. I like to call the Harvard of the South, Jacksonville University.
All right. How well do you know your hockey?
I know literally nothing about hockey. I would skip that one. Throw it out real quick.
Skip that one. Okay.
I'll say Wayne Gretzky.
No.
Montreal Canadiens.
I'll ask it. Which organization?
That was a dumb guess.
Was enfranchised by the NHL.
Tell me it wasn't Montreal.
No, it's not Montreal.
That was a dumb guess.
But you might be close.
I know nothing about hockey, so go ahead.
In June of 1979, and then sold to American owners who moved the team to Phoenix in 1996.
So which franchise went from somewhere to Phoenix?
Yeah. They were. So when they moved to Phoenix, they became the Phoenix Coyotes.
Coyotes.
What was their name prior to?
What city they were at?
Yeah.
Minneapolis.
No. I gave up. What was it?
Winnipeg.
Winnipeg. Those peg legs. Son of a gun. I know nothing about hockey.
I'm a Southern boy, you know.
All right, hang on.
That's not a bad question, though. If you're a hockey guy, you'd know that one.
Spread it out, you know. Show sports some love.
You got scared there when I threw it. I thought I hit it.
I thought I hit it with Montreal.
When you said
Oh. All right, let me make sure we got plenty of time. Look here, 6.5 minutes. Here we go. So I'm kind of I'm going to call it 1-0 because hockey. No, I'm 1-1. 1-1. Fair enough.
Oh.
Fair enough.
No, Terry.
I'm 1-1. Fair enough. Go ahead. And give me a non-one. Non-sports if you got one.
Non-sports?
If you got one I know, give me one.
See what I said there? If you got one I know.
Let's you I hope you know this one, Terry. What year did the Jacksonville Jaguars play their first NFL game?
95.
Okay. All right. He's confident. Let's
95. 2-1.
All right.
2-1. I was at their first game, the Hall of Fame game in Canton. The preseason game when the two expansions played in the Hall of Fame game that year with the Panthers.
Yeah.
And that little town of Canton was a party central. That's
you were there. So.
Yeah. Hey, yeah. Where the Hall of Fame's at, obviously. And that's their Super Bowl every week of the year.
Okay.
That's their big.
That makes sense.
The whole world goes there.
Yeah.
The NFL world's there. So
I'm going to ask you a non-sports question.
Okay, I'll tell you if I'm going to answer it.
All right, hang on a second.
Here we go, boys. Here we go. JU fighting Dolphins, showing off here. Showing off. Patric making Patric Young proud. Trivia Pat trying to stump me. What are you thinking?
Okay. All right. Let's see how good you are with technology.
Oh, if anybody knows me, I'm done. I'm cooked. 2-2. I'm gonna go ahead and call it 2-2.
Pat, we got him. We got him.
Boy, oh boy, oh boy.
When referring to computers, what does RAM stand for? You've heard it's common term, RAM.
It's a truck. A truck. Truck.
No.
That's my answer. I will never know this. What is it?
Random access memory.
That's stupid. That's just dumb. That's what that is. All right, I'm 2-2. How about just give me one? Just give me one.
All right.
Yeah, I'm not a technology guy.
All right.
Our producer right now, any of our producers, are laughing when you said technology to me. I can barely get that ring light on. I'm lucky to get it
I should have known that. I've seen you. I've seen you try to use
Yes.
it. All right.
Yeah, RAM. What was that? What was it again? Random.
It was random access memory.
Dumb. Who would say that? What does that mean? Does that mean anything? RAM.
All right. Food question.
Okay. I eat occasionally. All right. Let's see here.
What restaurant uses the slogan,
Oh boy.
"Quality is our recipe"? And I'll help you out here. Terry.
Okay,
It's
thank
more
you.
of a fast food restaurant, so it's not a sit down.
I got you.
Typical
Wendy's.
Yes.
It is Wendy's?
Yes.
Woo! 3-2. 3-2. That was it just, do you go with the first thing? That kind of just popped in my head.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You got it. Go
Yeah.
for good.
All right. Wendy's. So, 3-2. Give me a couple more. 3 minutes left.
3 minutes left.
3
Let's get
minutes
them.
left.
Let's stump them, ladies and gentlemen.
You notice you're staying away from those sports questions there, huh? Oh, while you're looking, I'll throw you one.
Yeah.
We talked about Ollie Frazier.
Yeah.
The Thrill in Manila. And I mentioned down goes Frazier. Who was the sportscaster that said down goes Frazier? Down goes Frazier. Very famous. One of the great calls of all time. Down goes Frazier.
Him and Ollie had a
We're
good
buddies.
relationship.
Yeah, they were buddies. You're right there, man. You got it. You got it, man. You got it. You got it. You got it. Down goes Frazier. Oh, it's right. I can see it right there. It's on the tip of your tongue. Yeah, spit it out. You ready? You ready?
You're gonna tell me I'm gonna hit my head.
Howard
against the wall.
Cosell. Howard Cosell here ringside. The trilogy continues. Muhammad Ali.
I would have loved to.
Hold on. The brass, the boisterous Muhammad Ali against the very focused southpaw. He grew up on the wrong side of the tracks. Joe Frazier, the third and final bout. It's going to be a good one. Oh, he did great. Boy, that was a great Howard Cosell, by the way, right there.
All right.
All right, 1 minute, 57 seconds. Give me another one, please. I am 3-2. Oh, I want to win. I want to win. I want to win here.
How good are you with animals?
Love dogs, love animals. I'm an animal lover. Animals are awesome. Animals are our friend. I wish the world was made up of animals, not people. I don't like people. Okay, I'm sorry. I went too far.
What type of animal is a penguin?
Black and white.
No.
It is a mammal.
More broader.
It is a black and white mammal.
So there's dogs, there's cats. What's other types of animals?
You want me to say bird, don't you?
There you go.
You want me to say bird?
There you go.
Really? That was too easy.
Yeah.
All right, real quick, 1 minute left. Do you have cool? I don't have one for you, but do you have cool team names that come in here? I know the team names are big in trivia, right?
My gosh.
Yeah.
I think I can say it on the air. Maybe not. No, I won't do it.
Okay, that's a teaser. I'll try and post it maybe somewhere. Good job. Appreciate it. So I'll get this stuff out of the way. Trivia starts at 7 every Tuesday right here at Hurricane in Julington Creek. That was fun. Appreciate it. Without trivia, without Patric, I'm going to say 4-2. Went 4-2. I'll take it. I will take it. That'll wrap it up. Had a good time as we do all the time. Crowd rolling in. Happy hour going strong here at Hurricanes-Julington Creek. We'll reconvene tomorrow. Remember, tomorrow's show in Southside. Come by and say hi. 4 to 6. Happy hour at Twin Peaks at the intersection of Kernan and Atlantic Boulevard. That'll wrap it up for the absent Patric Young. He's in Gainesville talking to the Gator football team. We had him for one segment. We'll pick Patric's brain. Did he learn stuff around Gator football when he was down talking to Napier and the boys? That and a whole lot more. Join us tomorrow. Have a great rest of your Tuesday, everybody.
Finally, a family atmosphere, kid-friendly restaurant with a real sports bar feel. Rick's Jax Beach features all of that and a large, climate-controlled covered patio with misting fans and heaters for all seasons. Mix in an extremely diverse menu that features the most quality and affordable steak at the beach, and there's no reason not to enjoy your next lunch, dinner, happy hour, or big sporting event at Rick's Jax Beach, 300 2nd Street North in Jacksonville Beach. See you at Rick's Jax Beach.
For over 20 years, Southeast Orthopedic Specialists has been providing the highest level of orthopedic and spine care to patients throughout Northeast Florida. Now, we're making that same great care even more convenient with Southeast Orthopedic Specialists Direct, a walk-in clinic where you can be seen for pain or injuries with no appointment needed. Staffed by orthopedic physicians and specialists, we offer everything from diagnosis and treatment to imaging and bracing, all with no appointment needed. For more information, hours, and locations, visit our website.
You really got to hand it to him. Hold on.
The previous play is under further review.
I'm not sure what he could review, but okay. Sure has been a while. Dine in at Hurricane Grill and Wings for the football season. Well, there he is. Oh, what is that?
Hey everyone, Olivia Tasley here from Action Sports Jax to tell you all the different ways you can watch our new 24/7 network. 3 easy steps. You don't even need a pen and paper to write it down. Step number 1, download the app. Search Action News Jax in your app store either on your phone or your smart TV. Then, once you're on the app, click on that little drop-down menu in the upper left-hand corner with the 3 little lines. That'll show you these options, and boom, right here, click Action Sports Jax 24/7, and you will be brought to our continuous stream channel. That app can be accessed through all these different platforms. Whether you have Roku, Fire TV, Smart TV, Apple TV, or Google TV, you can find our app. Now, if you don't have access to the app, don't worry, we still got you covered. We're across all social media platforms from Facebook, Instagram, X, YouTube, Twitch. We have a podcast channel. Plus, check out our short reels on our TikTok. Action Sports Jax 24/7. It's on all the time and everywhere.
Summertime means sizzling sales at Nimnick Buick GMC. The #1 Buick GMC dealer in Jacksonville has lots of inventory to choose from with their best price guarantee. Nimnick never charges above MSRP. You can save up to $10,000 off select new GMC Sierras or get rates as low as 1.9%.
You know, I'm a truck guy. GMC Sierra, my trim level is an SLT. This one's an Elevation, pretty good looking color as well. So here at Nimnick Buick GMC, you have a lot to pick from. My father-in-law, he drives this, an Enclave, so I feel like that GMC in the family. 2025 is coming around the corner, which means it's almost time to close out those 2024s this summer.
You can schedule a test drive at NimnickBuickGMC.com. And while you're there, check your trade value and customize your payment options. Nimnick is there for you, even on Sundays. Visit the showroom on Phillips Highway or shop online at NimnickBuickGMC.com. Nimnick, your friends in the car business since 1941. GMC, we are